Welcome to Badminton Unlimited, your weekly access to badminton and beyond. This week, we spend the afternoon with Indonesia's top women's doubles pair, Nitya Krishinda Maheswari and Greysia Polii, as they chat to us about their Olympic hopes. And we drop in on Team Singapore to find out more about their Olympic preparations.
The journey never easy for us, never easy. We've been hard work during the training, and then we give a lot. I think it's something that we have to, thankful for it, because my experience for the previous Olympic 2012, there was a year of nervousness, and then a year of tired. And then if compared to this year, we really enjoy much. I think it's the point to reach our dream, but at the same time we have to enjoy the process. So I think it's the key of our journey.
Badminton Unlimited was in Jakarta, Indonesia, to catch up with the badminton powerhouse's #1 women's doubles pair, Nitya Krishinda Maheswari and Greysia Polii. We sat down with the duo to chat about their recent journey and their preparations and hopes for sport's biggest event, the 2016 Rio Olympic Games. Away from the competition and limelight, the pair was relaxed and easygoing and spoke at length about the sport they love.
In 2015, we managed to achieve some of our targets. For example, we became World Superseries champions and we qualified for Dubai. As for the world rankings, our aim was number 4, but we got to number 3. So we had an outstanding 2015.
Pencapaian yang luar biasa buat kita di 2015.
Nitya and Greysia's partnership grew from strength to strength since getting together in 2013. A gold medal at the 2014 Asian Games and bronze at the 2015 Total BWF World Championships are some of their key achievements in the last 2 years. The podium finish at the Worlds was a timely boost to their Olympic qualifying campaign that began in May last year. As the race for a place in Rio escalated, every point at every match was fiercely fought, none more evident than their semi-final against Japan's Naoko Fukuman and Kurumi Yonao at the Badminton Asia Championships, the last tournament in Asia before the qualification period closed. It was an epic battle lasting 2 hours, 41 minutes, a record that would go into history as badminton's longest match.
Before the game, we knew that against Japanese will be long. I mean, not long, but will be long match. Always tough match against the Japanese. So we have to prepare physically, and then our body as well. When during the game, I think it was second set. There was second set, and then we will play we look at each other and then we saw the scoreboard and said, oh my God, we play 2 hours already. Oh my God, what should we So we didn't know. We didn't know even we played that long, and that game second game. So we just, what is this?
Although the Indonesian pair could not score the winning point in the decider, the bronze medal finish was enough to secure them the #2 spot in the Race to Rio rankings. The upcoming Summer Games will be Greysia's second Olympic appearance, and it will be the first for Nitya, and they'll be headed to Rio full of confidence.
Sejauh ini, saya bangga bisa masuk dalam kualifikasi.
I'm very proud that we've achieved so much during this qualification period. Our journey to the Olympics has not been easy for Greysia and me. We had to overcome a lot of hurdles. There were a lot of ups and downs, so it's a great achievement for us to be in this position. This tells me that at the Olympics, we will have confidence in ourselves and in each other, and we know that we will be mentally stronger. That is how I feel.
Dengan mentalnya satu sama lain, itu sih saya rasain.
Confidence aside, the duo also know that with the women's doubles field growing more competitive, it is anyone's game. And at the end of the day, it will be the strongest that will prevail.
The rank number 1 until 10, now it's all the same. They are all a good player, and then we are also one of them. So the greatest enemy is ourselves, I think. Like it's ourselves, really ourselves, because we know each other. Like I know my opponents, like whoever, like from Chinese or the Japanese or the Korean and the Danish, yeah.
Seperti yang guys tadi bilang.
Like what Greysia said, the onus is on us. When we play against them, it is not so much about who has the better technique, but who has the better mental focus. And if we are better at it, we can beat anyone. It doesn't matter who we play against.
Memenangkan pertandingan mau lawan siapapun.
Preparations are already in full swing for the duo, and expectations are running high for Indonesia's #1 women's tandem. No women's pair from Indonesia has won a medal, let alone gold at the Olympics in badminton, and their nation will hope that their current heroines will be the first.
Fokus untuk maintain percaya diri kita.
Our focus is on our self-confidence and on our communication. These are more important. As for a medal, we shouldn't be too concerned about winning a gold. Our coach advises us that our target should be to win any medal. That will be our motivation.
Lebih untuk kita memotivasi sih.
Nitya, Krishinda, Maheswari and Greysia Polii are fine examples of why Indonesia remain among the best in the business. Motivated and fiercely competitive, the pair will be among the most watched players in Rio. Time to test your badminton knowledge. In this week's trivia, we want you to name the first Chinese men's singles Olympic gold medalist. We'll reveal who this player is after the break. When we return, we are in the sunny island of Singapore to speak to their shuttlers heading to the 2016 Rio Olympics. Olympics.bwfbadminton.com is BWF's dedicated Olympic website. Read the latest news, get live scores, results, photos and information from the Rio 2016 Olympics. Keeping track of what's happening at the Summer Games has never been so easy. This is the go-to site for a great fan experience during the Rio 2016 Olympics. Before the break, we asked you to name the first Chinese men's singles Olympic gold medalist. The answer is Ji Xinping. The Chinese shuttler made history at the 2000 Sydney Olympics when he became the first player from his country to win gold in men's singles. Having never won a top-tier tournament before the Summer Games, Ji was an unlikely winner in Australia. He impressively beat Indonesia's Taufik Hidayat and Peter Gade of Denmark to reach the final, where he faced another Indonesian, Hendrawan. Regarded as the underdog in the final match, Ji defeated Hendrawan in straight games to grab China's first Olympic gold in men's singles. It was the shuttler's first major title and the biggest triumph of his badminton career. Only the top 8 singles and doubles players in the MetLife BWF World Superseries will make the season-ending Dubai World Superseries finals. As the 12-leg series takes a break after 6 tournaments, let's take a look at the Destination Dubai rankings in women's singles at the halfway point. Top of the list is Ratchanok Intanon. The Thai shuttler grabbed victories in India, Malaysia and Singapore, claiming 3 of the 6 World Super Series on offer so far. Ratchanok is the first player to win 3 titles in a row in 3 consecutive weeks. The Thai ace is followed closely by Tai Tzuing. The Chinese Taipei player's consistent latter stage finishes this year sees her rack up the points to grab second spot. India's Saina Nehwal climbs 3 places to number 3 after winning her first title of 2016 in Australia. No Chinese player has won a Super Series title so far. Wang Shixian, Li Xuerui and Wang Yihan finished runners-up in England, India and Indonesia respectively. All-England champion Nozomi Okuhara is in 7th, and double world champion Carolina Marin, who has had a quiet season so far, is in 8th. The Destination Dubai rankings are updated every Thursday after a World Super Series tournament. To find out who's heading to the Desert City for the Dubai World Super Series finals at the end of the year, log on to www.bwfworldsuperseries.com to check the latest information on rankings, news and results. Rio will be Singapore's 17th participation at the Olympics, and the 25 athletes heading to Brazil got together earlier this month to mark their journey to the pinnacle of sport at the official flag presentation ceremony. Held at the Marina Bay floating platform, the nation's top men's singles shuttler Derek Wong was named as the country's flag bearer for the Games, and the world number 40 was delighted with the announcement.
It's a great honour for me. Holding the flag high for Singapore will actually give me strength for my games. Every athlete that goes to the games is a flag bearer. All of them are carrying our flag. All of them have that pride, that strength that they will get from holding up our Singapore flag.
Rio will be Derek's second appearance at the Olympics, and Badminton Unlimited dropped in on the Singapore shuttler's practice session to find out more about his preparations for sport's biggest event.
子良最近几个月其实是有在尝试一些新
With Derek, we've been experimenting on a few playing styles and tactics. So now, I think he looks stronger on court. Leading up to the Olympics, we are working hard with Derek to execute the new techniques he's learned and to enhance his key strength, his power smashes. We want to take his offensive game up another level.
要把它再提升一个档次。这样。
For my training, there definitely is a change because of the Olympics. The coach is putting more focus on creating programs that caters to me. So there's that slight change, and also I'm doing more gym sessions now to strengthen my body as well.
Derek is not the country's sole badminton representative at the Olympics. Liang Xiaoyu will also be flying the Singapore flag in women's singles.
This will be my first time at the Olympics, and I'm really very happy and excited about it. It's a dream come true, as it's every athlete's dream to represent their country at the Olympics.
The 20-year-old is the nation's rising star in the sport, and Xiaoyu's swift ascent up the world rankings in the last 9 months has been nothing short of impressive.
小雨其实从去年一直到现在。
Last year, Xiao Yi was ranked in the 120s in August. Now she's ranked 29th. She has improved tremendously in a short time. In the last few months, she has competed in a lot of tournaments, and in that time, has gained a lot of valuable experience.
不少的经验，对她这个年纪来说，其实是蛮可贵的。
And the coaching team is making sure Singapore's top women's shuttler will arrive in Brazil in the best shape she's ever been.
对奥运会准备部分，可
In
能
preparations for the Olympics, we focused on raising her stamina and fitness so that she can maintain the same level throughout her play and not tire easily. We've also worked on her attack. She needs to be more aggressive and decisive in her offensive game,
她之前一直是
and we have worked on that with her.
不是那么的强。
Derek and Xiaoyu will be up against the world's best players at the Games. And although their dream, as with all athletes, would be to medal in Rio, they are realistic about their goals.
我们的目标可能是在前吧，当然
We hope to make it to the last 8 of the competition. That's our target.
新加坡能够位于总
Of course, it'll be great if they can go further than that and bring home a medal for Singapore. However, we are realistic about our chances, knowing that there's quite a gap between our players and the world-class players that will be competing in Rio. So to look at it, it's going to be very tough, but I hope they'll put in the performance of their lives and give the top players a tough game. And who knows, they can cause an upset or two. Well, it has happened before in past editions of the Olympics, so there's always a chance to go all the way.
就是黑马呀这些，我觉得有希望。
Although there are only 2 Singapore badminton players Rio-bound, their participation in the Olympics is important to the growth and development of the sport in the island nation.
We are honoured, to represent Singapore in the badminton event. It's not everybody who gets the chance to go for this event, and I really hope that both of us will be able to play our best and show Singapore that we are of a certain standard.
I hope by participating in the Olympics, it'll inspire and motivate the young shuttlers of Singapore to work hard so that they can one day represent the country. Hopefully, it'll give them the courage to dream and the goal to work towards.
Whatever the result in Brazil, Derek Wong and Liang Xiaoyu are an inspiration to the next generation of players in Singapore, and Badminton Unlimited wishes them all the best in Rio. We head down under after the break as we catch up with Australia's top men's doubles duo, Matthew Chow and Sawan Serasinga, about their budding partnership. Visit our YouTube channel, badmintonworld.tv. There are tournament highlights, plays of the day, as well as past matches to savour. Missed an episode of Badminton Unlimited? Do not fret. All the episodes are available for your viewing pleasure. All the best badminton clips are just a click away.
He's done it! 我相信唔止我啦，仲有。
It's every athlete's dream to take part in the Olympics. To be there, it's an achievement in itself.
係一種非常之好嘅榮譽嚟嘅，所以自己。
It's been my dream to be at the Games since I was young, so I'm delighted to be in Rio.
都算係夢想成真。我覺得參加奧運。
I've not only realized my dream but my country's as well. To participate in such a big sporting event and to represent my country is an honor.
呢啲咁大型嘅比賽係
The whole of Hong Kong will be supporting me, and I hope to do my country and family proud.
上去比賽咁樣，其實對自己嘅屋企可能都係一件好光榮嘅事，因為奧運會係4年先一次啦。咁教練都同我講話，我今屆就算。
The Olympics is every 4 years, and Rio would be a great learning experience for me, as my main target is the 2020 Olympics.
佢最終俾我嘅目標係擺喺2020嘅奧運會，所以希望今屆就算去到，但係。
As I'm still young, that's the long-term development plan the coaches have for me. I will give my best in Rio, and this is the chance for me to gain experience at the Olympics and have a good understanding of what happens, so I will be prepared 4 years later.
自己真係要攞獎嘅時候，反而仲係一個新手，好緊張咁樣就失去咗呢個咁好嘅機會。
National glory. It's the driving factor for athletes as they seek excellence in their careers. And for them, the Olympic Games offer the biggest stage in sport to realise their dreams. Come August, Australia's top men's doubles act, Matthew Chow and Sawan Serasinga, will be amongst those who've earned their stripes to be at this year's edition in Rio.
I think it'll be amazing. Growing up, always wanted to go to Olympics, so that it's finally going to happen. So yeah, just can't wait, counting down the days basically every day.
We spoke with the world number 38 duo in Sydney recently, where they shared with us their road to Rio. Matthew and Sawon's paths first crossed in 2011, when both players were in the national junior setup, and the boys fondly recalled their first impressions of each other.
He was this really chubby kid from Sri Lanka. No one knew who he was, but he just came in and he had, he was really slow, but he had like the most amazing wrist. And yeah, I think first impressions was probably like scared a little bit because we were competing against him.
He was one of the top juniors in the country, so obviously it was kind of like a rival growing up. But yeah, in a good way, kind of helped each other get better. But yeah, he was a good player.
Both Matthew and Sawon had begun competing with different players, but it was only a matter of time before their coaches made the decision to put them together.
So we first came together as a partnership in the under-19s in the Oceanias. So we both had separate partners. The team put us together and we ended up winning that event, which was the under-19 Oceanias. So that was our first event together. Then I took some time off for studies in 2012. 2013 I came back and we started up again, and we've been going since then.
Matthew's return to the partnership meant a fresh assault on the circuit. The tandem made an encouraging start in 2014 when they grabbed the runners-up spot at the Oceania Championships. The boys returned to the same tournament last year, and this time they walked away as champions. With the Olympic qualification period getting underway that May, they couldn't have picked a better time to get into form. Their fruitful season continued with encouraging results that included a title finish at the Waikato International. This year, the pair ended the Olympic qualification period on a high when they successfully defended their Oceania crown in April. Matthew and Sawon credit their success to their well-worked-out game plan.
Given that this is the Olympic qualification period, it was very important that we meet the requirements. So one of the requirements was that we become the Oceania champions, and we get those points that we really needed to make top 50. So we managed to do that.
When Sawon's at the back and I'm at the front, and he's thundering down his smashes and I'm cutting things off at the front, we can do some damage. Yeah, defense, we're okay. Still some room to improve there, but definitely our offense is our key point.
But if there's anything the boys have learnt so far in their race to Rio, it would be the fine margins at the elite level of the sport.
I'd definitely say on the international stage, that consistency that you need point after point to be able to repeat, a max effort with no mistakes, which is what you see the top pairs do on the international stage, is something we need to learn from and need to keep at. It's definitely improving, but there's still definitely room to improve.
Even as Matthew and Sawon continue to work on their game, they'll need all the help they can get. Financial backing remains a concern, but both players are still looking ahead with optimism.
It has always been a difficult task for Australian players to compete for a few reasons. Just the funding, the funding is really not there for players to continue, especially when they come out of the juniors. Yeah, there's definitely a long way to go for badminton in Australia, but we are taking steps in the right direction.
The sport is kind of growing in Australia. Like you can see that we have a super series here now, so we've managed to get one. So it's going in the right direction. I think it's just going to take some time and for players to come in and train.
For now, the country can be proud that two of their own will be doing their best at this year's biggest sporting extravaganza.
It means so much. It's just been such a dream. Even growing up, my first coach at BAV was Lenny Pomada, who made her debut in the Olympics in 2004. And since then, it's just been this dream in the back of my head. And the fact that it could be a reality is just amazing.
A dream is about to be realised for both Matthew Chow and Sawon Sarasinga. Australia's top men's duo will hope the Rio experience will spur their young careers to greater heights. Before we go, let's see how the international circuit looks as we check out the Badminton Unlimited calendar. Next week on Badminton Unlimited, we speak to Chinese Taipei's top women's singles shuttler Tai Tzu-ying, and we head to Kuala Lumpur to find out more about Malaysia's Olympic preparations. See you next week!